the pitch from Ittinsect. Alessandro, you have the floor. Please give a warm welcome to Alessandro.
Hello, everybody. Most of us eat farmed fish, which is the cleanest source of animal protein in terms of CO2 emissions. But how are fish feeds made? Still today, the best protein in aquaculture is fish meal that is derived from ocean catch, and fish farmers rely heavily on it. But the fish meal era is ending because of overfishing. Oceans are almost empty, and this is a natural disaster. It is also an economic disaster because the price of fish meal is spiking, and it's becoming a problem for fish farmers. So Itiinsect solves both these problems at once by producing fish meal that doesn't need the catching of fish from the ocean. But how do we do that? We replicate the nutritional profile of fish meal through extracting and combining proteins from insects and agriculture's byproducts. We are not insect farmers. We are a biotech with a patent-pending treatment that produces a 60% protein meal with high added value. Our protein meal is very similar to fish meal, and this is why we stand high in digestibility and low in price, making it a very valuable replacement as opposed to only plant-based proteins or only single-cell proteins. For this reason, we were able to produce in the past 12 months over 200,000 euros worth of feed for trout, sea bream, and sturgeon. We've had 22 clients for the first time in the past 12 months, among which the largest exporter of caviar in the world. And now we're sold out, meaning that we need to expand our facilities to keep reaching the orders. But why do so many fish farmers choose us? Because who uses Itiinsect lowers their production costs and increases their margins, because their fish grows faster and healthier, and it's reduced in mortality. But the reason why we really do it is for the ocean. We're proud to say that in 2023, we were able to protect 3.5 million fishes from ocean catch that would otherwise go into aquaculture feeds. This is possible thanks to a team that is skilled in marine biology, fish nutrition, and food technology, and also by our business department, which has a European outreach. With the support of our first-in-class blue economy investors and advisors, we are going into our next big challenge, which is an ingredient for salmon feed. This will bring us to the next level of development into building in 2027 a large production plant for sustainable proteins, which will make us become the global leader for sustainable fish meal replacement. The start is 2.5 round, which is already partially funded. So we welcome on board our journey towards sustainable aquaculture. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Ittinsect.
Thank you.
Moving straight into questions from our jury members.
I was wondering about your go-to-market strategy in a market which is heavily dominated by large players, thinking of, Cargill and all of that guy, especially for the salmon industry, which tends to be quite conservative in terms of switching habits.
Indeed. Well, the large producers of feed are actually constantly looking into new proteins that can replace fish meal. There is a shortage of fish meal. Fish meal is very expensive. There are big issues linked to the decrease of fish meal in feeds. So we are in talks with all the major feed producers to give them our ingredient to be able to partner up and make feed at their facilities for the fish farmers, especially for Norway.
Wonderful. We have time for another question. Another questions? Maybe there's a question from the audience. Another question.
What is your price target in terms of market price compared to fish meal?
When we reach the economy of scale, we will be almost comparable to fish meal, so between 5 and 10% more expensive max. So we also expect fish meal to get more and more expensive. So this will basically make our life easier in terms of product pricing.
Big round of applause for Itiinsect. Thank you, Alessandro. Great job.